Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Niall O'Dowd. I'm the co-founder and publisher of Irish America magazine, and you're very welcome to our 26th Irish America Business 100. I can't believe it's 26. I was only 6 when this event started. We have a very, very special guest of honor today, Bill Ford. And just reading from the magazine, I just have to think about his great-great-grandfather, John Ford, who left Ireland in 1847 at the height of the famine. And with his 7 children and his wife, Thomasina, and widowed mother, left on a ship bound for Grosse Ile in Canada in the worst year of the Irish famine. And his wife died on that dreadful coffin ship journey. And I wonder how he would feel if he knew that all these years later, his great-great-grandson is here, so proud and so intensely prideful about his Irish heritage. I think it's a wonderful thing to accomplish.
Actually, I have a great job, and I particularly loved it this time around because I got to interview Martin Sheen, one of my heroes whose mother is from Bercy-Cane. I got to go to Concannon Winery, and you're all drinking Concannon wine. It's long been a dream of mine to have Bill Ford at our Business 100. It just never fails to just astound me that we have come from so little in such a short time to all these captains of industry who are so proud of their Irish heritage. And they may be 4th generation, 3rd generation, 2nd generation, but that link that goes down through the generations. And I always say it's the same plant, it's just different soil.
Well, our Spirit of Ireland Award is given to an honoree every year who embodies and typifies the best of the Irish spirit. And we all know what that entails. Someone like Jim Quinn, who's the president of Tiffany, has proven through his great business career, but also through his many, many contacts and boards that he's on in Ireland, just how much he is dedicated to the future of Ireland.
In my view, Irish spirit has something to do with being perhaps a cocktail, 1 part mystic and 1 part humor. In Neil's case, a couple of parts humor, equal parts of optimism and compassion, and there's certainly a potent cocktail that has fueled the success and prosperity of this generation. Those of us who've been able to exercise our talents in a robust field of opportunity can do much to help others to grasp the levers of success. We can, as individuals, help one by one, and we can make a difference. This is truly a great honor. I am deeply grateful and honored to receive the Spirit of Ireland Award and for being included among such an extraordinary group of honorees. I wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and peace in the new year.
This past October, Ford announced its 10th profitable quarter. It reached an agreement with its union workers and is in the process of creating 12,000 American jobs in the next 3 years. Mr. Ford is not just here because of the success of Ford Motor Company. He's here because of family and because of his connections to his Irish roots, which is pretty amazing. William Clay Ford, or Bill as I can call him now since I've sat beside him at lunch, is the great-grandson of Henry Ford. And he joined the Ford team in 1979 as a product analyst. I hope we didn't get this off Wikipedia.
With that introduction, I should just shut up and sit down because that was very nice. And by the way, on the Wikipedia thing, don't ever let your kids near a computer. They thought they'd have a lot of fun one evening, basically making up all this stuff about me, including one of the things that I was a great composer and great musician. So I go places and people introduce me as, one of my hobbies is music, and he's a great, and the best was when I was a trustee at Princeton University, and when I stepped down, they gave me this long accolade taken straight out of the Wikipedia page. So none of it was true, but anyway. Well, thank you all for having me, and it's really a huge honor to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. To join such distinguished people as Bill Clinton, Maureen O'Hara, and James Watson, the Nobel Prize winner, is really quite humbling. And for a guy from Detroit who runs a family business, that's pretty impressive company to be in. And it's also really cool to be part of the Business 100, and I'd like to congratulate everybody who's part of that. It's an amazing list. Ireland is the only place where the Ford Motor Company isn't officially the Ford Motor Company. It's actually called Henry Ford and Son. And the reason for that is after Henry came over to visit Ireland, he wanted to open a Model T facility in Cork. And his board of directors said, no chance. You know, we've got other priorities. We don't have the money. No. So he took his own money and built the Model T plant, but he couldn't call it Ford Motor Company, so he called it Henry Ford and Son. And so to this day, Ford's name in Ireland is legally still Henry Ford and Son. He was a very fascinating individual, and many of his innovations, such as the Model T, the assembly line, and the $5 a day wage were familiar to us because in many ways they helped change the world. But to me, his most fundamental innovation was his belief that the function of business was to serve society. And this was in a time of robber barons and exploitation. And he believed that the main purpose of a corporation should be to serve customers. There's the most intimate connection between decency and good business. The only foundation of real business is service. So that wasn't the conventional wisdom of the day. But I'm convinced it's the reason why he was able to build a great enterprise and put the world on wheels. And at Ford Motor Company, we continue to follow the values of our founder today. And my vision is to build great products, a strong business, and a better world. You know, as I was talking to my children about it last night, I mean, it was really amazing. I knew that they loved their trip to Ireland. I wasn't quite sure how much of it, you know, would stay with them, but not only do they want to come back next summer, which actually I think we're going to do, but they were really blown away by this recognition. And so it means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family. And so I just like you to, as we think about it, remember your heritage with pride and be mindful of all the experiences of our forebears and use those to guide our companies as we go into the future. So thank you so much, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to every one of you. Thank you.
There's a song that's a favorite of many at this particular point in a ceremony, and it's called The Parting Glass. Since it falls upon my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll softly rise and I'll gently call, good night and joy be with you all. Of all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they are sorry at my going away. And of all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll softly rise and I'll gently call, good night and joy be with you all.